Well, a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Championship Wednesday in Region 6. And for Blue Dragon basketball fans, a real treat because the Blue Dragon women are involved in the upcoming game. That's the women's championship, and the Blue Dragon men will be along shortly after 7 o'clock to play for the men's title. The winner of this basketball game and the winner of that one will get automatic bids to the National Championship of Junior College Basketball. It could well be that in this first game, the Seward Saints and the Hutchinson Community College Blue Dragons, it could be that they will both be there because both have had exceptional seasons. The Saints of Seward and the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson, co-champions of the Jayhawk Conference. One loss in 26 games in the conference, and those losses were to each other. So in a sense, it's the rubber match. If these teams play 2 out of 3, and that's what it's amounting to, the winner of this one will get to say, although we tied for the championship in the conference, we beat you in the playoffs. The teams have played twice before. First get-together was in Liberal. And on that night in Liberal, way back in November, early November 12th to be specific, the Blue Dragons lost in Liberal 77-70. That was an overtime decision. In that game, the Blue Dragons were out-rebounded 42-39, and the Saints did an outstanding job of slowing down the Blue Dragon inside game as Kyrie Rogers and Bridie Kennedy Hopewate scored just 15 points. The Seward Saints got a nice game out of Cleton D'Souza, a young lady from Mozambique who shot in 20 points in that basketball game. Since then, and this is very unfortunate for Seward, D'Souza suffered a season-ending injury. So when the teams got together in the sports arena, that was on January the 18th, it was the Blue Dragons winning it and winning it convincingly, 74-47. The Dragons won the rebounding battle 31-20, so they turned that around. They won the turnover count, had 9 fewer, shot 56%. And those two inside players for the Blue Dragons, Kyrie Rogers and Bridie Kennedy Hopewate, they combined for 31 points instead of the 15 they had in Liberal. Since then, since that loss in Liberal, the Blue Dragons have not lost. They have won 30 straight and are ranked number 2 in the country. The Seward Saints, since that loss to the Dragons in the sports arena, they have not tasted defeat, and they are ranked number 4 in the country. And I think everybody's expectation is that both the loser of this game, the loser will get an at-large bid to the National Women's Championship in Lubbock, and the winner will get the automatic bid. And to the winner, obviously, a higher seeding when it comes to that National Junior College Tournament. When you look at Seward, you look at Joanna Grimmick, great size, 6'8", a redshirt sophomore, averages 15 points, 8 rebounds, blocks a bunch of shots, has had almost 100 blocks on the year. But the player of the year in our conference offensively was Molly Mounsey. She's from Follett, Texas, 5'10" freshman. She's knocked down 133 three-point shots, 133 out of 327. If you do the math, that means that she's taking 10 three-point shots a game, and she's making either 4 or 5 of them on the average. When you look at 3 of their 5 starters, Mounsey, Erin Richardson, and Nady Okwani, between the trio, they average making 8 three-pointers per game. The Saints are coached by Toby Wynn, who's in his 12th season, and they have been 12 impressive seasons. One thing the Saints don't have, and that's a lot of depth. If Coach Wynn has to go deep into his bench, it hurts him significantly. Well, Blue Dragon fans are familiar with Taylor Staley. She's now the all-time three-point record holder for not only the Blue Dragons, but also the entire conference. She's knocked down 208 of them, 105 of them this year. Inya Boutina holds the record for the Blue Dragons in terms of most assists ever garnered. Laken Preisner has been solid. Kyrie Rogers, Bridie Kennedy, Hopewate, obviously they will be challenged by the size of Joanna Grimmick on the inside. The Blue Dragons are a team that away from the sports arena, they're 12-1. When you look at the Saints, when you get them out of Liberal, they are 12-1. Not a lot, Glenn Grunwald, to choose from between these two teams. Yeah, it should be a good one.
They match up, other than the fact that you pointed out something to me on depth. That might be the biggest difference in the two teams. Blue Dragons a little bit more deeper, but a little bit more athletic, I think, to some extent. So, again, you got Grimmick on the inside. Mounsey, they got to find a way to stop Mounsey, and then you can't let the other ones beat you either.
Both of these teams like to score. The Blue Dragons average 81 points a game, actually 80.7. Seward averages 81. No difference. The Blue Dragons have been the better defensive team of the two, 48.8 to 56.6. So I'm going to say that as I look at this game, and admittedly Glenn and I look at this game with a biased viewpoint, I think Hutchinson might have an edge.
I think they have an edge as well. And of course, we got a great nighttime game coming your way at 7 o'clock as well, nightcap, I should say. As this is kind of like a twilight doubleheader as the Dragons of the rematch against Coffeyville. Yeah. Two Blue Bloods in Jayhawk Conference basketball.
Coffeyville's been the only team all season long to have beaten the Blue Dragons. They did it in the sports arena, 86-85. I don't think there's any question that Region 6 has in its championship games the two best women's teams in the state in junior college basketball, and the same at about 7 o'clock tonight. We'll be able to say that about the men.
I want to point out also Johnson County won the Division I, both men's and women, Division II, both men's and women's in the previous games before that. So they go on to the respective national championships as well. Right now we're getting set for our Star Spangled Banner. So we're going to step back and take a 2-minute timeout as they come back and set starting lineups. We'll be back with more right after this 2-minute timeout.
Presented to you this evening by the ACC Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Brandon Blackburn.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Hartman Arena. Glenn Grunwald along with Rusty Hills. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday night. Time for championship basketball. Rusty?
Yeah, the starters for the Seward Saints, Nadie Okwani, Brennan Siegler, Aaron Richardson, Molly Mounsey, Joanna Grimmick. We've talked about the fact that the Dragons need to focus on Okwani, Mounsey, and Grimmick, although Siegler and Richardson can also shoot the three. For the Blue Dragons, John Onch is going with his usual lineup: Lakin Preisner, Inya Butna, Taylor Staley, Kyrie Rogers, Bridie Kennedy, Hopewate. And there are a lot of kids' hearts beating fast right now. Yep. Not not every kid that plays the game of basketball will ever get a chance to play for a championship, let alone a championship as big as that in Region 6.
Yeah, except for the kids that these two coaches recruit. Seem to have a lock on it.
The interesting thing about Toby Wynn, he's in his 12th season. John Onches, the Hutchinson coach, in his 10th. Off the court in the summertime, they're the best of friends. They'll play golf together, and I would guess that those battles on the golf course are pretty tough as well.
I imagine they do. I know they do call each other from time to time during the season as well, but Toby in his 12th year, of course John Onches in his 10th year. And they're wrapping up the starting lineups.
Toby, by the way, was named Coach of the Year.
Yep, sure was. Moundsey also was the Player of the Year. Blue Dragons stuck several on that first team, including Butana, as well as Staley. I think Bridie Kennedy Hopuate also got plugged in. Kyrie Rogers got plugged in there as well. So here we get set. As the referees have broke huddles, both teams are in their respective huddles, and we're about set to get underway. My goodness, they got the little music action going on here quite loud. There they get to finally settle down. And we're about set to get up. We're too old for that stuff, Rusty.
Too many years of listening through a headset.
And these people are going to be deaf in a few years as well. So here we go. Gremick will come out and get set to jump center. And she's out of Poland. How they got here, Seward with the bye, and then they defeated Independence, 8th seed, 57-33, and beat Cloud County, 72-54. Blue Dragons got here by getting by Colby, getting by Barton, and a win over Cali yesterday, 81-58. Bridie Kennedy Hopuate to jump it up. Blue Dragons control the tip. And Butana will bring it up left to right as you listen and watch. I'm Glenn Grunwald along with Rusty Hills with the basketball. Bridie Kennedy Hopuate on the outside to go around the horn. Kyrie Rogers got a hit. There's a range shot that she's starting to get comfortable with. Baseline left side, about 12 feet. 2-0 Blue Dragons. And they put the score up on the wrong board as they have it. Now they're going to correct it. Hutchison on top, 2-0. With the basketball will be the Saints. Trying to go down a low block underneath the Moundsey. She'll reverse it underneath. Shot up missing. Rebound Bridie Kennedy Hopuate. Blue Dragons have it. Butana. You'll see the Dragons want to push him. Down low inside of Rogers. Back outside. Bridie kicks the corner left. Preisner has it out top to Butana. They're going to be on top of Staley. They know the game plan. There's a turnover. There's a one off the knees of Rogers on the low blocks. They had the play they wanted, but too low a pass. Saints basketball. They'll set up the offense. Dragons in that. Patton and man-to-man. Ball on the left side. Moundsey has it. She's a good one out of Texas. Back outside Gremick. They're giving her plenty of room. They give it off quickly. Shot put up by Okwana, and the basket's follow is up and good.
Brennan Siegler with the follow off the miss by Okwani.
Just snuck in there, got the offensive board. We're tied at 2 apiece. Kennedy Hopuate to Staley. Gun way off its mark, no good. Rebound fought forward. Seward comes up with it. Ball sailed over the goal, and out will come the Saints with the basketball.
Little too much adrenaline.
Okwani with the basketball. Back on the left wing now. They'll take it to Richardson. Richardson with the headband. She'll angle dribble across the right. Steps up and knocks the three on its way and hits it. A big three by Richardson. 5-2. Seward with the early lead. Hutchison will bring it across. Butana, angle dribbles to the right side. Out to Staley, back to Butana, left wing, they'll move the basketball. Preisner skips it across. Rogers is open, shoots and misses. Rebound cleared, Gremick underneath, flat-footed, comes up with it. Seward basketball. They'll bring it up to court. Okwani on the outside. Gets the ball back after Richardson touched it. She'll set up the offense. Angle dribble to the right wing, into the paint. Goes down baseline, left shot up, rimming off, no good. Bridie Kennedy Hopuate trying to get to it, and Butana grabs it away. Bridie comes up a little grimacing and see if she's going to be okay. She might have got stepped on. Butana thought about it. Preisner will shoot it. She was hot last night, and she's hot tonight. She knocks it down from the left wing.
So we are tied at 5.
Seward will bring the basketball up. They'll set it up. Between the circles on the dribble. Okwana holds up, back out top now. Richardson had it for a second, down to low blocks. Mounsey, turnaround shot up, blocked, rebound. Foul's going to be called over the back. They got Gremick with one. So that's a big one right there, right away.
That is a big one. You're right.
She picks up her first foul of the contest.
She is a huge presence at 6'8". She'll come out. And that will bring.
He checks into the basketball game. I believe it's going to be number 21. Fungate checks in. Outside to Preisner. Over to Staley on the right wing. Mounsey out on her. Here's a boot in the three ball. It's off, no good. Ball comes out, and the rebound's going to be cleared out. Okwani will bring it up. She'll push it to the right side. Free throw line extended. Now back on the dribble. Out to Richardson. Aaron Richardson out of Wellington. We're tied at 5 apiece with 6:11 to go in this first quarter of play. Ball outside. Fungate puts the shot up, and a foul on the floor before the shot.
Bridie Kennedy Hopewate on the drive.
So now they're even, both big girls in the game. With picks up personals to see if John makes a move or not. Right now he's going to leave Bridie in there to ride it out. Here the ball's trying to get it in. They lob it outside. Running it down quickly with Siegler and stolen away by the Blue Dragons. Kyrie Rogers gives off to Preisner. Preisner will bring it up. Just under 6 to go in the first quarter. Feed down low to Rogers. Back to Preisner. Boothina has the basketball. Over to Preisner. Right side, Kyrie Rogers. They'll lob it inside underneath Preisner. Back to Rogers.
8 to shoot.
Rogers will gun it on its way. It's not there. Bridie with the rebound. Kenny Opawate tries to go up. It's knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball. A new shot clock after the miss, so it's 27 on the shot clock. Bridie Kendi Opawate looked like she had pretty good position underneath, but a lot of hands on that ball. She started to go up. Here's Rogers across the top and a reach-in foul called. Rogers took it across the middle of the lane. And Richardson will pick up the reach-in foul. Hutch will inbound. Ball comes in to Bridie Kennedy Opawate. She'll shoot it on its way and hit it.
Free throw line shot by Bridie gives Hutchinson the lead.
7-5, Hutch up by 2. Just underway, a lot of championship basketball left. Ball on near side, it's Richardson. They'll reverse it right side. Okwani with the basketball, bounce pass goes out high to Fungate. Jumper up and on its way, not there. Blue Dragons run down to loose basketball. Preisner bringing on the dribble. Hutchison leading by 2. Here's Boothina, takes the baseline, gives it off to Rogers underneath, goes up and draws a foul, and a foul will be called on number 21, Fungate.
Hard foul.
Fouls on number 21, Manuela Funke, her first.
It will be a shooting situation for Kyrie Rogers. Rogers has really impressed me in her 2 years at Hutchinson. She came out of Wichita, little known. Little people knew about her, but primarily the Hutch Blue Dragons. And
Didn't have a great work ethic when she got here, but she has made herself into a talented player. First free throw is good.
And the free throw is up and in. She really shined last year and continued this year. And that little jumper she hit a while ago with the baseline shows you her range. I think she has her best ball still in front of her. Free throw toss. This one rattles out, no good, spun out. And the lead remains at 3 at 8-5, Blue Dragons. 4:55 to go. We're past the midway point of this first quarter of play.
Gremick back in there.
And a foul away from the play. See if they got Staley or maybe Preisner. Those are the two closest two. It's going to be on Staley. Staley will pick up the personal. And a timeout's going to be taken. With 4:49 remaining to go in this first quarter of play, it's a media timeout. Dragons 8, Seward Saints 5. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Just past the middle mark in the first quarter. Hutchinson with an 8-5 advantage over Seward Saints. A pretty even game stat-wise. One thing that jumps out at you, though, the Blue Dragons with 3 assists in this basketball game, all 3 by Inya Butna. And maybe that shouldn't surprise us. She has a bunch.
She does have a bunch. The all-time leader for either men or women for Hutchinson. Here comes the inbound.
Way over 400.
Mounsey has it. Dribble penetration on the right side. She'll spin it away. Back to Mounsey. Stolen away by Butna. Blue Dragons on the run out. Here's McClure, who just entered in. Shot up, not there. Battle for the board. Ran down by Seward.
The Dragons continue to struggle with shots in close. That's been a characteristic of the 3 games played here in Wichita.
Brenda McClure, ball on the outside. Mounsey shoots it. McClure runs it down. She's out of Lions. Just checked into the ball game. Butna will ring the basketball up. Preisner getting the break. Here's down the low blocks. Also Williams is in there. She's out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Right side Brown. Brown also checked in. She's at Leavenworth. Brown will shoot the 3 from the right arc. High arching shot off the front iron. No good. Out of bounds is Sales. It'll be Saint basketball. Now substitutions. Richardson checks back in. Mounsey gets a break with just under 4 to go.
Well, there's a long ways to go, but the Dragons have done a nice job on Mounsey so far. She is scoreless.
Okwani across the timeline. Goes to Richardson. Richardson right in front of us. McClure picks her up. Out top now. New face in that lineup. That is Caro. And the ball sails out of bounds. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball. Caro's out of Satanta, Kansas, very close to Liberal.
And there are 2 Caros on this roster. 5'7" freshmen. They are sisters and twins, Valerie and Vanessa.
3:40 to go in quarter 1.
Still the zone.
Dragons are up by 3, 8-5. We've been stuck on that for quite some time. Ball comes out, trying to go down low, stolen away. Richardson comes up with a bad pass by McClure. Go the other way. Contact maybe, no call. Fungate missed the shot and a foul call. Jump ball is going to be called. It'll be Seward's basketball. Staley really locking it up in there along with Brown and the jump ball.
They are really letting a lot of contact go at the moment.
More than we've seen the other days in this tournament. Okwani will inbound. There's Mounsey, comes out to her. She's open for 3, shoots it on its way. It's not there. Rebound cleared out there by Butna. You cannot leave her that open. Should drain them on you.
She's missed 2 of them, though, that went where she was open.
Here's Williams out high. Blue Dragons will take it down low, back outside Brown. Gremick out on her. Brown turns around and gets rid of it. Butna right side down to McClure. Bounce pass goes to Williams. Blue Dragons, Williams will go baseline and a foul call. Gremick just picked up her 2nd.
That will be a problem. She is a big obstacle to points on the inside when she's in there, but she'll have to come out. Back in comes Manuela Fungati.
She will check into the lineup. Blue Dragons will inbound, right side baseline. Inya Butna to do the honors. They stop play right now. 2 referees talk to each other. Now we're set to go. Here comes the inbound. Inya trying to get it in. Finally does get it in over to Williams, but she's pinned in the corner. Gets it out to Staley. The Dragons work it right side. McClure has it. 21 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to move it. Here's Staley. She'll gun it on its way and hits this one. A big 3 for the corner left.
Number 209.
2:37 to go in this first quarter of play. Blue Dragons playing well so far, although they had a long time in between baskets. Here's Mounsey on the outside. Out top, they'll work it. Beat down low, loose basketball. Foul's going to be called. As throwing it up was Okwani in the act of shooting. She'll shoot a couple. Inya Butna picks up the personal. That'll be her first.
Dragons have 3 players, each with a foul. Butna, Staley, and Kennedy Hopoate.
Free throw toss up and missing.
Okwani shooting the free throws, normally a very good free thrower.
Toss is up and good. So he hits that one and makes it 11-6 now. Dragons lead is cut a little bit. Here's McClure. She'll fly by two of the Saints. Out top now to Butana. Right side. Blue Dragons working back to the left. McClure has it out to Staley on the top. Right side, Butana again, under 2 to go. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. She'll drive in, goes up, loops up a shot. It's not there. Tries to get her own rebound. She does. Puts up another shot. She goes down. Nothing called. Ball out of bounds. Boy, they're letting them go.
They are letting a lot of contact go. It's okay so long as it's the same at both ends of the floor, and it is. Butana
will get set to inbound. This is the strongest shall survive tonight a little bit. Ball comes out to Staley. Staley whips it left. McClure bounce past the low blocks. Williams, she's triple teamed, and a travel call on Williams. She had no place to go and could not step her way out of it. Usually that's the best way to step in between defenders. She couldn't do it.
Yeah, the only hole was to step on the baseline. That's not an option.
Minute and 40 remaining to go in this first quarter of play. Dragons lead 11-6. Richardson out top. Looks right. Back out top now to go with it to Sigler. Sigler still with the basketball. Left side Mounsey. She'll shoot it on its way. Rims off, no good. Brown with a rebound. Brown will bring it out for the Blue Dragons. She's out of Leavenworth, Kansas. She'll settle up a little bit. And Butana looks to Coach Anges. He whistles and calls out the play. Butana outside now to McClure. Back to Butana on the left side. To McClure. Takes it on the dribble on the right wing. Back out, throws it away. Bad pass by McClure.
Fourth Dragon turnover. It was a very unproductive trip down the floor.
It really was.
Didn't even come close to getting a look.
55 ticks left on the clock. Mounsey will inbound. Blue Dragons should get a last possession, depending on how long the Saints take off here. They trail it right now by 5. 47 seconds to go in the quarter. The drive by Mounsey. Foul called. On the floor. It's going to be on McClure.
Her first foul. Shouldn't be any free throws.
Again, they'll inbound right side baseline.
Fresh 30.
Okwani gets set to toss it in. Here's the baseline pass inside. Shot does not go, but getting the rebound and put back basket up and get is Fungate. Did a good job getting the offensive board. Dragons need to block out a little bit. John Anges says take your time, settle it down a little bit. Brown with the basketball out front. Out top, Staley had it, back to Brown. They'll flash it high to Williams at the free throw line. Williams puts it on the floor, takes it down low blocks. Back outside Butana, she'll step in, gets a little 6-footer and hits it. 13-8 Dragons. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Fungate across the timeline. They're gonna work it for one. Here's Richardson, she'll dribble penetrate. Kicks it right, down low, basket up and good, and an one as Fungate is able to score it.
She has given them a lift off the bench.
It happens with 1.6 to go. The foul's going to be charged against the Blue Dragons on Williams. That'll be her first. Preisner comes in for Staley. So Fungate's free throws up and good. 3-point play, that's a big one. 2-point ball game, long shot down court, and it's not there. We go to the benches. After one, Hutchison 13, Seward 11. We'll be back after this 1 minute Blue Dragon timeout.
Well, nobody's shooting the ball particularly well. The Blue Dragons 5 of 14, 4 of 14 for Seward. Rebounding 10-9, Hutchinson with the advantage. And the Blue Dragons with a narrow 2-point edge, 13-11. Biggest thing Hutchinson has going for it right now, the only person in foul trouble in the game is the 6'8 center of the Saints, Joanna Grimmick. She has 2 and will not start the second quarter.
Yeah, Toby's going to have to hold her out, and although Fungate has came in and gave him a real spark, especially with that 3-point play right at the end of the quarter. Been nice to have that 5-point lead. Blue Dragons, though, with the first possession of this quarter. Blue Dragons back with their starting 5 minus 1.
Minus Staley.
Yeah, Staley's taking a break. Here's underneath the Bridie, basket up and good. Nice job, Bridie Kendi Hopewate. McClure was able to get it to her. Hutchinson back defensive now with a 4-point lead. Mounsey, she'll dribble to the left side. McClure goes down, Miles knocks away. Did a nice job of recovering. She was screened off. Dragons really didn't switch, and she was able to get down in between, and she's drawn the duty of being able to pick up on Mounsey. Here the ball comes out high. Richardson gathers it in. She'll give it off to Okwani. Okwani will step up and shoot the 3 from the top. It's off, no good. Preisner goes high for the rebound. Hutchinson basketball. Just at the start of the second quarter of play, 9:09 to be exact. Hutchinson up by 4. Blue Dragons working around the outside. Here's McClure out of Lyons, Kansas. Directs traffic with her left hand. Here's Bridie Kendi Hopewate. Over to Preisner. Preisner left elbow back out top of the key. Wide open underneath and a travel call. Little quick move by Kyrie, and she shuffled her feet.
5th Dragon turnover of the first half. The Saints have just 2.
So Okwani will bring it up for the Saints. Between the circles, she'll set it up. Butana out on her. Here's Mounsey. McClure making herself a pest of herself. The 3 on its way, not there. Rebound is going to be cleared out. Butana comes out with the basketball with 8:31 to go. Dragons in the win back in January on the Blue Dragons home court were really focused in that game.
Shot a great percentage.
Here's a drive. Rogers, shot doesn't go. Kendi Hopewate had it for a second. Out of bounds it goes. Last touched off the Saints. Here comes Grimmick back in, so they're going to roll the dice a little bit. And Fungate will check out.
Look for the Dragons to really challenge the inside.
Butana. Here McClure comes through. There's Bridie. She'll get it right back to Butana. She'll gun and hit.
Baseline jumper, 10-footer.
Nice job as Bridie effectively basically was a screen for her. Received the ball and tossed it right back to her. Here's McClure out on Mounsey. Ball on the outside. Richardson out top. She'll dribble drive to the right side and travels. Got called for the turnover. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball. Here comes Brown back in. McClure get a break. McClure's working hard out there defending.
She has done a great job.
Tell you what, she's like a blanket on Mounsey. Here's Butana. She'll bring the basketball up. Over to Rogers, left side Preisner. Preisner dribble drives and a foul called. Getting on Richardson. I believe that's her second.
It is too.
So quickly Carl will check in, and this Carl will be Valerie Carl. Excuse me, Rusty.
Yeah, I was going to say Valerie or Vanessa. This is Valerie. Zone defense.
Get the ball in. Outside, Brown. Blue Dragons are working around the outside. Here's Rogers. She's wide open, but outside the arc. Trying to work it inside. They'll skip it all the way across to Brown. She gathers in the pass. Goes down low to Bridie Kendi Hopewate. Goes in underneath. Shot up, not there. Rebound, fought for, out of bounds as Sales. It'll be Saints basketball. She took it right at Grimmick. A little bit of contact, but not enough to call. And Saints basketball now with 7:31 to go.
And you can bet that is exactly what John Onches wanted. Challenge Grimmick. See if you can get a third foul.
We're in the first half, second quarter of action. The winner goes to the national championship in Lubbock, Texas for women's basketball. Same week of the guys. Mounsey drives in, puts the shot up and off the glass and good. her first basket.
Yep.
17-13. Blue Dragon lead is cut a little bit. Feed down low underneath. They go to Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. Follow away jumper. Good. 19-13. Dragons up by 6.
Take one way, went the other, and use the glass.
Okwani out top Mounsey. Brown's got to get out on her, and she misses the free. Now they hit the support and the time clock, the shot clock, and it'll be over to the Blue Dragons.
Mounsey right now 0 for 4 from 3.
Brown not quite as quick as McClure. McClure would have been right out on top of her. The key is to keep the ball away from Mounsey. Mounsey now switches, and she's guarding Butana. Blue Dragons working left side. They'll skip it across. Butana. Dribble penetrates, pulls it back. Here's Preisner. The Butana.
10 to shoot.
Inya Butana with a bunch of assists again last night. She'll drive it in, dumps it away, and Mounsey's there to cut off the pass, trying to get it to Preisner. Mounsey will bring it down, loops up, shoots it up, and misses it, but draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot free throws. 6:13 remaining. Preisner picks up foul number 1. Mounsey out the line. Follette, Texas is her hometown. Free throws up and good. It's a West Texas town. Gremick will take a break. Back in, we'll check Fungate, who had pretty good minutes in the first quarter. Second toss, it's up and good. Got them both. 19-15 now. Blue Dragon Dreed is cut a little bit. Up the court. Bridie Kennedy Hopewate, right side to Brown. Out top, they're working around the outer perimeter. McClure back in there. Brown also. Here's Bridie Kennedy Hopewate, goes down low, shoots it on its way, not there. Battle for the board. Brown somehow comes out with it. Lots of contact that she was able to weather the storm. The 3 by Staley, rims off, no good. And the rebound's going to be cleared out of there by number 5, Brennan Sigler. Down low underneath, shot put up, missing by Mounsey. Loose basketball, Staley snarfs it up, and she'll bring it on the dribble. Staley all the way up the court. Right side on the outer perimeter. Brown over to McClure, left side. Rogers has the basketball. Kennedy Hopewate way outside. Gives it off to Rogers. Blue Dragons get set to run their offense. Here's McClure. She'll bring it out on the outer perimeter. 9 on the shot clock. It goes to Rogers on the left wing. Now it's down to 5. She'll gun the shot. It's off, no good. Out of bounds, it sails. They say it's going to be Blue Dragons basketball with 2 on the shot clock.
Kyrie Rogers hasn't hit a 3 all year long. Surprised she took that shot. She had more time than she thought.
Thought she maybe would dribble penetrate a little bit. Timeout's going to be taken. Dragons are going to get a 30-second timeout in and call a play with 2 seconds remaining. 5:09 to go in this second quarter. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Timeout. Seward coach Toby Wynn reinserting Joanna Gremick. Dragons will be playing it in on the baseline, and he wants to make sure that Mounsey is there to erase any thought the Dragons had of getting in close to the basket.
19-15, a 4-point lead for the Blue Dragons with 5:09 to go in quarter number 2.
3-point shot that was such a weapon last night in the men's game, which Hutchinson survived over Butler 105-103. Hasn't been in this one. Hutchinson is 2 of 7. Seward 1 of 8 from 3.
And also for the Blue Dragons, Staley has knocked down one. Now she's in there. Also Preisner's been able to convert on one. Blue Dragons will inbound. They'll have it right side baseline. Dragons will set up with a stack on the right side. Staley over on the left. Here they'll peel off, trying to get it to Brown. They do underneath. She goes up strong, doesn't get it. And the rebound's going to be cleared out up there by the Saints.
At the underside of the basket.
Too far under on the play. Ball on the outside, Okwane. She'll bounce outside, Brown on top of her. Gremick has it way outside the arc. Now they give it to Richardson. Richardson also playing with a couple fouls. Down low to Gremick. Gremick set to make a move, gives a little give and go underneath, shot up and good. They got Fungate and Gremick in there, and they're able to score it, pull it within 2.
Fungate is really getting it done. She has 7.
Preisner on the outside. A 2-point ball game. Blue Dragons lead up 19-17. Here's McClure. She'll drive in, loops up a wild shot. Not there. Rebound by Bridie was put back, was no good. And out comes the Seward Saints with the basketball. Ball on the outside. Okwane. Still on the dribble. Fungate, who gathers in the pass. They'll give it off. No, they'll keep it alive. And outside now Gremick has it. I thought Mounsey had it for a second. Now they hand it back to Richardson. Shot clock at 7. Richardson still with it. Lobs it inside to Gremick. Down low underneath. Put back not there. Gremick tries again. Doesn't get it. Rebound cleared away finally by the Blue Dragons. Bridie Kennedy Hopewate had hit the deck. Nothing was called. Hutchison to bring it up. Blue Dragons on the outside.
Gremick missed 3 times from 2 feet.
Flat-footed.
Yep.
Ball on the outside, Brown. Here's McClure. Over to Preisner, down low underneath. Hopewate takes Gremick down low, puts the shot up, doesn't get it. Rebound, Brown underneath. Head fakes, goes up, way too strong. And a rebound cleared out by Richardson of the Saints. Chance to tie here for the Saints. They'll bring it across. Shot from Okwane's a 3-ball, and no other than a tie. They take the lead at 20-19. So momentum right now is on the side of the Saints.
Blue Dragons led this game by 6. Have turned stone cold. Hutchinson shooting 8 out of 27 right now.
Brown.
Under 30%.
Over to Preisner. She'll drive right, back outside with it. Brown, she'll gun it on its way. High arching shot off, no good. Rebound's going to be cleared away by the Saints. She'll bring it up.
Not close.
Okwane into the forecourt. Mounsey for 3 on his way. Got it. There's her first 3, and all of a sudden it is 23-19. A big run by the Saints of Seward. Hutchison had their own big lead, but have seen it dwindle and go away. Here's Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. She'll go in and puts it up and in. 23-21.
Basket the Dragons had to have.
Ball knocked away. Brown loses it, but then comes up with the McClure. She'll bring it out, sprint dribble it up, lay it up, and got it. We're tied at 23. And a foul in the backcourt is going to be called on McClure. It'll be her second. McClure trying to do one of those patented inbound steals she's kind of gotten known for.
She becomes the first Dragon with 2 fouls.
Gremick really upset with herself. She checks out and she slaps her hands together because she missed those 3 easy shots underneath. Well, Dragons were all over the floor. Okwane with the basketball. She'll bring it up. We're tied at 23. Under 2 to go in the second quarter of play. Ball outside now for the Saints. They'll angle right. Fungate had it for a second. Here's Richardson. She'll launch the 3 from the top of the key. It rims off, no good. Battle for the board, going down hard.
And that's going to be
Rogers.
A foul on Fungate,
Yeah.
I believe.
Check and see who they called it on. Ooh, yep.
Her second.
So she has 2, and Gremick has a couple. Up the court, right side with the basketball. Butana back on top. Staley, the 3-ball, rims off, no good. Mounsey with the rebound for the Saints. 1:27 to go. Ball thrown away. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball. They try to go in the low blocks. Up the court. Here comes the Blue Dragons. 1:18 to go. Tied up at 23 all. We're in the second quarter. Rogers, left side. Staley skips it over to Butana. Butana with the basketball. She's being guarded by Okwane. Butana drives down. Full follow-away jumpers up and good. She's having a nice game.
Wish she'd shoot more. She is a very good shooter.
Dragons lead at 25-23, a minute to go in the second quarter of play. Outside, Richardson with the basketball for the Saints. On the dribble. Wide open, Mounsey. Shot up, missing. Rebound cleared away By the Blue Dragons, Williams. Blue Dragons will settle it in a little bit and bring it across the half court. Well, Moundsie's hit one, but she's missed a bunch of other ones.
And she's had some pretty good luck.
You betcha. Ball on the outside, but pretty good defense on her as well. Blue Dragons working. Here's Rogers. She'll dribble, penetrate, lays it up, and scores it. The lead at 4 for Hutchinson now. Inside of 20 seconds, Tovey Wynn says play it for 1. Looks at his card, calls out the play. St. Ladies with the ball outside. They'll dump it away, reach in, foul on Preisner. Try to knock it away. Foul's going to go against the Blue Dragons. It'll be the 4th team foul.
Lakin with her 2nd foul.
3rd team foul, excuse me. Inbounding will be the Saints with 7.9 to go. Don't let them get an easy one. They'll lob it outside. Mounsie had it for a second dribble drive. Going down hard, and we have a foul called. A block on Butana.
Well, I couldn't see it. The official was right there.
Here comes the inbound. Trying to get it in. Here's Mounsie. She'll drive it in, dumps it away. Loose basketball. Blue Dragons come up with a long shot, and we're at halftime. Hutchinson with a slim 4-point lead at intermission. We will take a 2-minute timeout, get set for the Medicine Shop in-game capsule. We're in the championship game in Region 6 from Hartman Arena over in Park City, Kansas. Glenn Grunwald, Rusty Hilst. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
It is halftime in the women's championship game of Region 6 being contested at Hartman Arena in Park City, just north of Wichita. And the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson with a 4-point advantage at the break, 27-23. It has been a close game throughout. Hutchinson had a 6-point lead on one occasion. Seward came back, took a 4-point lead, and the Dragons quickly responded with the final 8 points of the first half. And at halftime, it is 27-23 Hutchinson. Hutchinson in the game's first half shot 36% on 12 out of 33. Made just 2 of 9 from three-point land. Didn't get to the free throw line, but twice making one of those. Meanwhile, the Saints of Seward, they're not shooting any better. 8 out of 26, 30.8, 31%, let's call it. They did get to the free throw line a little bit more, made 4 of 5. They're not shooting it well from 3, but they've outscored the Dragons from behind the arc as 3 of 12 shots have gone in for Seward. Hutchinson winning the rebound battle at the break, 27-23. And in terms of turnovers, Seward has 7, Hutchinson 6. Tight basketball game. This is the Medicine Shop first half game capsule. Been talking about the Medicine Shop all season long. It's hard to be original at this stage of the game, but I'm just going to tell you from the heart, it's a tremendous, tremendous pharmacy. Really, really outstanding pharmacist, friendly staff, free delivery in Hutchinson or South Hutchinson, convenient location, 14th and Main. A lot of reasons why you ought to think about the Medicine Shop as perhaps being your pharmacy. Some individual scoring in the first half. Hutchinson led by Bridie Kennedy Hopoate's 8. Inya Butenok contributed 6. Kyrie Rogers added 5. A three-pointer for Lakin Preisner, a three-pointer for Taylor Staley, and Brenna McClure with a basket on the inside. That is Hutchinson's 27. For the Seward Saints, Molly Mounsey didn't score in the first quarter, added 7 in the second quarter. Manuela Fungate kept them alive in the first period, got a basket in the second. Those two lead the way with 7. Nadie Okwani has 4. 3 points for Erin Richardson. She hit an early 3. And Brennan Siegler has 2. Joanna Grimmick has not scored. Seward has 3 girls with 2 fouls. Erin Richardson, Joanna Grimmick, and Manuela Fungate. Blue Dragons also have 3 players with 2 fouls. Brenna McClure, also Inya Butenok, and Lakin Preisner. So at the break, 27-23. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Hartman Arena. We're located in Park City. It's halftime. The Blue Dragons on top, 27-23 over the Seward County Saints. How did these two teams get here? Well, number one, they should be here. Both teams the top number 1 and number 2 seeds in the tournament. Seward and Hutchinson locked up the regular season as conference co-champions. Then there was a flip of the coin. Seward won, got the first round bye, and then they played on Monday in a quarterfinal action. Seward defeated 8-seeded Independence 57-33, and then just last night got by Cloud County. Seward defeated Cloud by the score of 72-54. That's how they got here. The Blue Dragons had to play one extra game because of the picking up the second seed. They defeated Colby 101-37 on Thursday night. Then they turned around on Monday at 1 o'clock and took on a tough Barton team, which they were able to defeat 63-44. That set up the matchup between Cali and the Blue Dragons, and Blue Dragons were able to come out on top 81-58 on Tuesday. So that was again a 1 o'clock game. So both of those games were very interesting. So the Blue Dragons had to play one extra game to get here, and we'll see if it takes a toll. We talked to John Onges in his weekly show when we did Dragon Talk about the fact that you would have to play 3 in a row here, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, something they haven't done all season long, but that should not really be a problem because you got practices that go each and every day. Plus, you start to pull them back a little bit. These girls are used to that grueling 26-game season that they had in the conference. It's just a situation where you kind of know that you're going to have to pick it up and be in great physical shape. Right here, what you don't know and what has happened tonight is how the officials are going to play it. The one thing I will say, it's been rather physical, but at the same time, who does it favor? I would think it would favor the Blue Dragons, but right now I think the Saints are doing the best with that. They're in a little bit of foul trouble. We'll see what happens in the second half. Gremick with 2 fouls, also Richardson with a couple, but the Blue Dragons also has some foul troubles of their own to contend with as well, as specifically checking the scene who picked up that second one. I think it might have been maybe on McClure. So let's check and see who has 2 fouls, and Lakin Preisner also with a couple. So McClure has 2, Preisner has 2. Those are the 2 that you kind of got to look at a little bit. And for the Saints of Seward, with their foul total, they've got 3 with 2. So that could become a factor as you head down the stretch. We'll see what's going to happen. Game coming up in just a little bit, actually about an hour away. It'll be men's championship as the Blue Dragons with an old nemesis in the Coffeyville Red Ravens, and those two teams are, like I referenced, they're blue bloods. They're the war horses of the conference. For a long time, and I mean a long time, Coffeyville owned the Region 6, made several trips back through the 2000s, early 2000s, back in the 90s, late 90s, right down here to either Coke Arena or here at Hartman. And then along came Steve Eck, and Steve trying to get his team, which is ranked number 2 in the nation, to another national championship. Took them all the way to the national championship title game last year. Blue Dragon ladies trying to do the same thing. Hutchinson was not in the national championship last year. And her Callie was a representative from the state of Kansas, so Blue Dragons would love to regain that crown and be a high seed. They're currently ranked number 2, Blue Dragon ladies I'm talking about. And the fact that also Odessa lost their last game of the season, they're number 1. If they were to win this one, they'd have to be either a number 1 or a number 2 seed in that tournament at Lubbock. Same way with the Saints. They're currently ranked number 4. If they would get the win, they'd have to be up there pretty high in the rankings. We will see what will happen as the Blue Dragons will they be a 2, or will they even be in the tournament? We kind of feel like they'll get in if they possibly, because of the fact of the ranking that they have. So we'll see what will happen, because not quite as many one-loss teams in the women's side.
Not close.
Not even close, exactly. So
these 2 teams will both get in.
What the big question, and we heard that discussed up in the hospitality suite, is would there be 3 teams? Don't believe that's going to be the case. You'd have to have somebody else win out, and that didn't happen. So these 2 teams should be there. It's just a matter of seeding and how tough a team you have to play when they get set for that. Let's go ahead, Rich. Your thoughts?
I was going to say, it's kind of interesting in this basketball game. The 2 best defensive teams in the league have each stymied the 2 best offensive teams in the league, because Hutchinson and Seward, number 1, number 2 in each category, and defense is right now prevailing over offense.
This looks like it might not even break 50 points, but maybe closer to 60. We will see what's going to happen. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back for second half action. Blue Dragons lead it by 4, 27-23. Rustin, I'll be back with more from Hartman Arena in 2 minutes. say poor because both teams, like you said, are kind of canceling out each other's strengths with excellent defense. We will see what the second half will bring, and it will be Seward's basketball to start the second half. Dragons with a 4-point spot, but that's not enough when these two fine teams match up. Blue Dragons are ready.
It would, however, be plenty for it at the end of the game.
Exactly, it certainly would be. Here we go, start of the third. Saints get it in. Okwani, left side to Richardson.
Dragons are zone.
Now they are. Dragons are in the zone. The three-pointer from the outside is up and good. Knocking it down from the outside was Sigler. And she pulls the Saints within one at 27-26. Blue Dragons with the basketball right in front of us. We're going to look right to left as you watch and listen. Ball outside. Body Kennedy Hopewate over to Butina. Down low in the low blocks underneath. Rogers goes up strong, doesn't get it. Rebound Sigler. Had a nice move. Went right around Gremick, but wasn't able to finish. The feed down low, ball knocked away by Preisner. Here comes Hutchinson. A great play by Preisner.
Took it away from Gremick.
Before she could put it up, Gremick brought it down a little bit. Butina will set up the offense. Rogers will hand it out to Preisner. Preisner out to Staley. Butina with the basketball. Here's Rogers, in and out of her hand, puts it on the floor, holds up, kicks it to Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. She'll square and shoot it on its way. It's not there. Gremick with the rebound. She'll cover up, and the Saints will bring it up. A one-point ball game, just underway, third quarter of play, 8:45 to go. Dragons lead it 27-26. Right side with it, Sigler. Down low to Gremick, basket good. They can't allow that pass to get inside to Gremick, especially when she's in the low blocks.
And Seward moves on top by one.
Gremick, an extremely high percent shooter. Here's Preisner. Lob in to Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. She'll put it on the floor. Soft hook, doesn't go. Rebound Sigler. Bridie's really struggled throughout this tournament.
Well, just shot it too hard off the window.
Yeah, had to move. Got around Gremick, but put it off the window too hard. 8:05 to go in this third period of play. Pass out high. Mounsey, she'll drive inside, shoots it up and in, and a three-point lead now for the Saints.
And a 7-0 start to the second half.
Sean Hodges wants to call a timeout with 7:53 to go in the third period of play. We'll get a break in. A full 1 minute break coming your way. Saints 30, Dragons 27. We'll be back in 1 minute.
To this observer, it seems as though the Blue Dragons, who are so intent on getting a third foul on Joanna Gremick, they focus so much on that they stop using one of their great strengths, which is shooting threes.
You might be accurate with that description. We'll see what's going to happen. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball. They'll have it on the near side, back in the backcourt. A 7-0 run. We've had a rarity of runs here. A nice 7-0 run by the Saints. Blue Dragons with Preisner outside. Over to Taylor Staley. They'll splash it out high to Rogers. She'll got it on its way. It's not there. Gets it on rebound, however. Goes up underneath. Has it blocked away and a foul called. Could be on Sigler. Nope, it's going to be on Gremick. That'll be her third. And Toby Wynn kind of grimaces and holds both hands out because it could have been on Sigler. Carrier Rogers free throws up and get good. Breaks a little bit of a run that Saints have. Dragons pull it within two. and Gremick will have a set a while, but that really hasn't hurt Seward because of Fungate's been so effective. And she's back in. Free throw up and missing by Rogers. Here comes the Saints. Blue Dragons get back defensively. Okwani on the outside, out to Siegler. Siegler holds the ball high, dribble penetrates, kicks it out to Fungate, back to Richardson. Richardson angle dribbles. Here's Siegler. Siegler to the middle of the paints, goes down low on the baseline, kicks it back outside. Jumper by Okwani is on its way, no good. Bridie Kennedy Hopewate with a rebound. Blue Dragons will bring it up, down by 2. Third quarter of play, 7:05 to go in the third. Bridie down low underneath, works on Fungate, goes up strong, gets it up and in and one, and Fungate gets the foul called against her, I believe.
And that would be 3 on her.
So 2 players for Toby Wynn's Saints with 3 fouls apiece. Free throws up and missing, but Preisner goes high to get the rebound. The Dragons will reset the offense now. Ball on the outside. Preisner has the ball. Out top again, we're tied at 30. Feet down low underneath, basket good by Rogers. Butana found her low blocks and put it up and in. A 32-30 ball game. Blue Dragons with the lead.
And a 5-0 run for Hutchinson.
Yep, 6:30 to go. Saints had a 7-0 run. Now the Blue Dragons with the 5-0 run. Ball in the low blocks. Fungate works down low, puts a shot up. It won't go. Rebound Rogers. Toby's kind of rolling the dice because Fungate, he's got to have a big girl in there with Bridie Kennedy Hopewate on the floor. Outside with it. Down low underneath. Give and go. Rogers basket good. Nice job by Kennedy Hopewate on the assist. And Dragon fans on their feet. That'll force the timeout. 6:04 to go in this third quarter. Dragons lead it by 4. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Points of contact, constant.
The Dragons certainly at this point have an advantage on the inside because both big girls for Seward have 3 fouls. Gremick on the bench, Fungate playing, but she can't play aggressively because she has foul issues of her own.
6:04 remaining to go in this third period of play. Hutchinson with a 4-point lead, 34-30. Okwani, left side, over to Richardson. She'll dribble drive, pulls it back outside. Angle dribble to the right. Top of the key, back with it. Now here's Okwani again. Nadie Okwani, a foul called. Low blocks, away from the play. Kennedy Hopewate will pick up her second. And Gremick will check in. Fungate will take a break. Back in checks Williams now for the Blue Dragons. Kyla Williams will check back in. Here comes the inbound for the Saints. They'll get it into Mounsey, and she
Stepped on the
sidelines. Yep.
Good defense again by guess who?
McClure.
She is the best
She
defensive
is.
player on this team.
What Toby's doing is going to get Gremick and Fungate. He's going to basically try to have one good player in there, or tall player, as much as he can.
If the Dragons could get a 4th foul on Gremick, it would be huge.
Hutchison with the ball on the outside. McClure down low underneath. Butana steps away, partially deflected by Gremick, and that's what she does. She deflected the shot, and Seward comes up with it. Long pass, the ball past to Mounsey, and out of bounds it sails. Butana last touched it. They tried to get the quick one.
Dragons got back quick enough to break it up.
Butana's shot down here was deflected, and Butana was the one that got it, knocked it away.
She moved backward 2 steps to get it up and still got it blocked.
Here's Mounsey. She'll hold it. McClure on her. Butana slaps out of it, doesn't get it. Okwani with the basketball. She'll set up, goes left side now to Mounsey. Mounsey, check that. Sigler drives in, ball loose. Mounsey had it for a second, and Blue Dragons come up with it. Here comes McClure over to Staley. Spots up from 3 and hits it a big 3. Put an exclamation mark on that, and the Dragons with a nice run, 37-30.
You bet. They've scored 10 straight.
Sandwich that in between the timeout. Here's Grimmick down low. She'll go up and miss the shot. Rebound cleared out by the Blue Dragons. Preisner. Grimmick not even trying to follow. She knows she could get in foul trouble if she did that. She's already in foul trouble with 3. Butina on the outside. Staley had knocked down the big 3. Here's Williams. Staley stays spotted up in the corner left. Here's McClure. She's open for 3. Rimming off, no good. Battle for the board over the back on Butina. And that'll be 3 on Butina.
And that's a problem.
That is a problem. Enya with a confused look on her face from this angle. She was over the back, and enough of a contact that they called it. 4:08 remaining to go in this third period of play. Dragons up by 7, 37-30.
John leaving her in there, taking a big chance.
Sigler down low. Foul called on Williams down the low blocks.
And she doesn't agree with the call.
She's got a smile on her face.
I think some of that's frustration. What am I supposed to do at 5'10" against 6'8"?
Yep, exactly. And he'll come over and check. John wants the official to check something. The official comes over to talk with John Onges, the head coach of the Blue Dragons. He's explaining his call. Kind of thought that maybe Grimmick had. Oh, what are we going to have called here? Are they going to review it on a camera or how?
Now 2 good friends, John Onches and Toby Wynn, are barking at each other.
Yep, sure are. Toby's pointing at John and Travis Kirk is pointing back. John's just standing there.
They are really good friends. This is unusual, but Toby is really unhappy about something. Not sure what it is, but he's hollering.
They pulled both teams off the court, and I'm not sure for what, unless it's a media timeout, Rusty, and I think it might be. Let's keep it here with 3:59 to go, because we've used most of that trying to just discuss what might be possibly going on. I'm not sure what John was questioning.
Now they've got the teams around their coaches. 2 officials are talking at center court. The other official is standing on the sideline.
I think they're going to come over here and review the call. So they're going to make a review. While they do that, let's take a quick 30-second timeout. 3:59 to go in this third period of play. Dragons up by 7, 37-30. We'll be back in a half minute.
Four minutes remaining in the third quarter. Hutchinson leading at 37-30. The Dragons are on a 10-0 run. The officials are still off to our left looking at the monitor. Coach Onches made a point with the one official, and all of a sudden the officials went to the monitor. The cut. And I don't know that the officials have made up their mind yet. They left the monitor.
Onges called the official that made the call on the blow blocks. They put the foul up on Williams. It'll be her second. And then all of a sudden,
they'll explain it to both coaches.
They're going to explain it to both. Now look, John's got a little smile on his face, and he's going, "Am I right?" And they have yet to go and explain it to Toby. So they're explaining it to John, shaking his head. I don't think he got to go his way. And I'm thinking he's maybe trying to say that Grimmick started the altercation. Now Toby comes over to Toby Wynn, we're referring to, the head coach for the Saints.
Well, the foul was called clearly on Kyla Williams, and I'm certainly not going to say that that's not a foul.
But
maybe
sure
something happened before that.
Exactly.
And they were looking to make, maybe they were looking to see if there was a flagrant foul, and I don't think there was.
And Kyla's down talking to another official on the other baseline. And they're, okay, they said it was a foul, but it's not a shooting foul. So inbounding will be the Saints. 3:59 to go in the quarter 3. Dragons lead it by 7. Here's Mounsey. She'll bring it out, backs it in a little bit. Ball stripped away, but gets it right back and she travels. Butina with the reach in was enough to deflect it a little bit.
She has to be cautious. She has 3 fouls.
Hutchison basketball. The Dragons will bring it up. Butina angled across the right side. Ball on the outside. Butina still has it. She'll pull it back a little bit. Here's Williams. Williams over to McClure. McClure back outside Butina. She'll drive in. Kicks it back outside. McClure from way outside. Rims off no good. Saints with the rebound. Brennan just can't get it to drop. Ball on the outside. They'll reset the offense. Saints with the basketball with 3:18 to go in this first half of play.
She continues to play, though, because she is so good defensively. There's another example as she gets the ball knocked out of bounds.
Inbounding will be Mounsey. Mounsey gets set to inbound. Ball comes in. Sigler has it, hands it back to Mounsey. Mounsey takes the baseline down low underneath, dumps it to Grimmick. Shot up and good. Mounsey dumps it off to Grimmick, and Grimmick puts it up and in and breaks the little Dragon run. Hutchison had a 10-0 run. Now it's a 5-point lead for Hutch, 37-32. Butina on the outside to Williams. Back to McClure. McClure wants to drive in, pulls it back away. Williams, little give and go out down low underneath. Shot not there. Preisner runs it down, finally gives it up. Lots of contact in the low blocks, but nothing called. And they're going to reset the shot clock. As the ball hit iron with Williams' shot. Now they say it didn't. Now they put it back to 9.
So Brady Kennedy Hopewate, who's been sitting, getting a nice rest, comes back in. They could put a little more time on the shot clock, perhaps.
I don't know if they're going to or not. We will check it. They were going to leave it at 9, so the Blue Dragons have 9 to work with here. Preisner gets it into Butina. Butina back outside to 3 by McClure. Got it! A big 3 by McClure. Boy, is that a good one. An 8-point lead for the Dragons, 40-32. 2:26 to go in the third period of play. Right side of the basketball, Sigler for the Saints. Goes out high to Grimmick. Grimmick will work on Brady Kennedy Hopewate, and there's a steal and a foul called on Brady Kennedy Hopewate. Now she needs to be careful because she's jumping up and down.
That's 3 on her.
And it will be 3 on her. So that'll be the first to have 3 on the Blue Dragons.
No, Butina has 3.
Now they have a 2 on the board.
There's a takeaway. Okay, they didn't call what I thought was a foul on Butina. No, must not have been.
Ball's knocked away. It will be Saints basketball. Right, well, as we said, sometimes they're not accurate, so we'll double check it. But they're showing it only 2 up on the board. Here comes the inbound. Out top now to drive. Okwane, layup, doesn't go. Battle for the board, loose basketball, and what do we have called underneath? If it's on Brady, it's going to be 4.
She is really upset. John's going to have to get her out of there.
He sure is, and he's going to go with Kyrie Rogers. Kennedy Hopewate has picked up 2 quick fouls over a period of what, less than a minute?
Yep.
And she will pick up her 4th, and she will set for a while with 2:08 to go.
That really hurts Hutchinson because she has been effective for the most part on the inside. Certainly in drawing fouls. Should be
15 foul. Grimmick will step to the line, or is it Okwane? Now they need to make sure they got the right one to shoot free throws.
It's going to be Okwane, and she's an 80% free thrower.
Good free throw shooter. The lead is 8 for the Blue Dragons, 40-32. Free throws up and good by Okwane. Brady thought she had a clean rebound. Free throw toss up and good. Got them both. Now back in now. Fungate will check in. And Grimmick will take a seat. Grimmick 24 points last night in the win.
Toby Wynn right now sensing he has the advantage in terms of inside.
McClure will bring it up. Here's Williams. She'll go up. Blocking foul, and it'll be in the act of shooting. Williams will shoot free throws. And foul's going to be charged against Sigler, only her first. This has been a long third quarter. Lots of stoppage of plays with fouls being called. Williams gets set, free throw toss, up and good. So she answers the free throws that Okwani hit.
At least
with
one of them.
With one of them. Here's Gremick back in, and now Fungate checks out. Getting set will be Williams at the foul stripe. Free throw toss is up and good. 42-34 Dragons. 2 points for Williams. Okwani across the timeline. Blue Dragons get set defensively. Mounsey on the outside. She's guarded by McClure. She'll roll off the ball switch. Drive inside by Mounsey, doesn't go. Rebound fought for by Gremick. Over the back foul on the Dragons.
Is it on Butna?
Nope. It's going to be on Williams, I believe. Williams will pick up the personal.
And she has 3. Now Gremick to the free throw line, as you would suspect, not a great free thrower, 58%.
She tosses it up and it's perfect. Got that one up and down.
She is a factor. 5 points in the quarter.
She'll shoot the second one. Trying to make it a 6-point difference. Tosses up and off, no good. Rebound cleared by the Williams for the Blue Dragons. So the score remains a 7-point lead for the Dragons, 42-35 with a minute and 39 to go in quarter 3. Kyrie Rogers with the ball on the outside. Here's Staley. Blue Dragons have not been able to get in their offense because of the fouls being called. While outside there's Williams. She'll gun and hit. Big basket by Williams. Came from the free throw line, extended. That's a big basket, Rusty.
That is a big basket.
Back up by 9 for Hutchison. 1:16 to go in this third period of play. Okwani with the basketball, left side, Mounsey. She'll roll right, pulls it back, gives it off now to Sigler. Sigler, contact, no call made yet. They'll kick it back on the outside. Okwani will gun it on its way and hit the 3. 44-38, the lead cut down to 6. John Onges says take some time. 46 seconds remaining to go in this third period of play. Here's McClure. Over to Staley. Out top now to Williams. Here's Butna right in front of us. Butna holds the basketball. Out top now to McClure. She'll roll right, 7 on the shot clock. Over left side, Rogers. She'll gun and miss. Rebound, Williams wants to go up strong. She will and bank it in. Nice job by Williams off the glass. She's been a factor here in the last minute or two.
6 huge points on this trip off the bench.
46-38 Dragons. Saints are going to play it for 1. Let's see if they go inside to Gremick. They'll roll right, Mounsey. Back outside off the ball screen. High arching shot doesn't go. Staley with the basketball. 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Now it's down to 1. Butna trying to get it away, and we're at the end of the quarter. We will take a 1-minute break. Hutchison 46, Saints 38. We'll be back in 1 minute for fourth quarter action.
Well, a tremendous factor for the Blue Dragons in that third quarter. First of all, they had a 10-0 run after falling behind. That was huge. And Kyla Williams, after everybody else on the inside seemed to get in foul trouble, came in, played magnificently, contributed 6.
Blue Dragons will have the basketball to start this fourth and final period. Butna with the basketball. The lead is 8 for Hutch, 46-38. They double teamed on McClure. They'll get it back to Butna. Butna brings it up. Saints are going to be aggressive. And kicking the basketball is going to be called. Moundsy, I think, got a foot on it. It'll be Blue Dragons basketball. They'll inbound Blue Dragons on the far side right in front of Hutchinson's bench. McClure to do the honors. Brenna having to play a bunch. Ball on the outside. She's the main defender on Moundsy. Here they go inside to Williams. She'll put it on the floor, kicks it back outside. McClure dribble drives. Ball just about thrown away. Butina comes up with it. Here's McClure, the three-pointer by McClure. That's another one. McClure with a key three. She knocked one down a little earlier, and the Dragon lead is at 49-38.
I started to say I can't believe the amount of contact they let go. They are letting them play.
Yeah, Butina has one arm left at least. She was able to come up with it and get it to McClure. Left side, Sigler. Sigler dribble penetrates, kicks it back away, trying to get it to Grimmick. Loose basketball. Kyla Williams has it underneath. There's going to be a scrum for it, and a jump ball is going to be called.
She couldn't find it. She was laying on top of it.
And she knew it was back there, just didn't know what to do about it. Good defense by Williams. She's going to need to step up because of the foul trouble to Bridie.
She got the ball taken away from Grimmick when Grimmick was right under the basket.
Ball comes in to the Saints. Moundsy, she'll double team, she puts the shot up, doesn't get it. Rebound cleared away by Rogers. Blue Dragons has it. Moundsy was there with position, but Rogers just ripped it away. Under 9 to go now. Right side, Blue Dragons work against the pressure. Here's McClure. Boy, she came up with a couple big shots. Here's Rogers out to Butina. She wants to attack, about to Rogers. Right side corner, McClure out to Butina. Left side, Staley. They'll swarm on him against zone defense. McClure, let's go. Another one, it hits a third! McClure hits a third! 52-38 Dragons, and a timeout's going to be taken. Look at McClure's dad jumping up and down over there. 3 trays by McClure, and the Dragons lead at 52-38. Those are daggers.
And that one was from well behind the arc.
And she's feeling it, and you got to let a player shoot when they're feeling it. We'll take a half-minute break. We'll be back right after this.
Well, there's nothing like jump-starting an offense with threes, and McClure has really delivered here. She had a 3 in the third quarter, 2 quick threes to open the fourth quarter, and the Blue Dragons now with a 14-point lead, 8:26 to go.
I'm sorry to get so excited, but my goodness, she was way outside. And shot clock was bearing down. Seward St. defense was working, and McClure dropped a dime from outside. Three-pointer was good, and it's 52-38 with 8:26 to go. A lot of time left, though.
There's a lot of time, but the Blue Dragons right now playing some pretty inspired basketball.
Men's action coming your way. We're going to be a little late. I can tell you that right now. This has been a long game with lots of stoppage.
And we're going to have a lot more.
With 8:26 to go in the fourth quarter play. Saints basketball, they'll bring it up. Toby Wynn called a timeout. Okwani rolls left. Out top, now inside to Grimmick. They'll double down, back outside. Loose basketball, Dragons trying to get to it. They do. McClure gets to it. Gets it down to Staley, and she'll put it up and in. Taylor Staley with the basket.
How about McClure, though? What hustle. Staley the basket, but what hustle by McClure.
54-38, Hutchinson. Under 8 to go now. Moundsy wants the basketball. Okwani takes it in. Bumps in. There's a bump, and it's going to be called a 2-shot foul on Butina.
That's 4.
Well, we'll find out for sure. It's 3. That's what they put up.
All right, thank you. I stand corrected. Glad I'm wrong.
Brown will be checking in a second, more than likely for Butina. With 7:52 to go. Free throws up and rimming off, no good. Okwani with the miss.
Blue Dragons off to an 8-0 beginning here in the fourth quarter.
54-38, Hutchison. Staley will check out. Preisner back in. Brown will check in, and out will check Rogers. Free throw toss is missing. Rebound, Preisner comes away with it. Williams will stay in there. What a game she has had. She gave the Dragons something when they really needed
it. The Dragon bench has been a huge factor.
McClure outside to Brown. Here's Preisner. Williams has it on the outside. Dragons run their offense. Here's Butana. McClure working hard. Boy, they're out on her now. Ball knocked away. Loose basketball inside. Williams goes up and draws a foul. Fungati will pick up the person, I believe. Yes.
Her fourth.
And here comes Gremick back into the lineup. Williams at the line. Free throw toss is up and good.
Her 7 points in the second half have been really, really instrumental in helping the Dragons to this big lead.
Williams gets set again. Free throw toss is up and good. Got them both. Hutchison with a pretty good lead at 56-38. 7:23 to go. Will it be enough? Okwani outside now to Mounsey. McClure on her. Back on the outside. Sigler. Ball knocked away, but ran back down by Cara, who's in there. Back on the left side. Steal by Butana. Driving forward is going to be Preisner. She just flat dove in there. Jump ball. Dragons basketball. And look at the Dragon bench. Up applauding the effort by Lakin Preisner. She shows no fear. Butana had to steal, but the ball popped away and back in toward the Saints.
How hard have these Dragon ladies played here in the second half?
Wow. 7:04 to go. They led at halftime by 4, but the Saints came and went on a 7-0 run to regain the lead, and the Blue Dragons went on a 10-0 run in the third. Here's Butana outside. Brown with the basketball. McClure over to Brown. Here's Preisner. Outside to Williams. Over to Butana. Here's McClure. Well, they're swarming after her now with 6:40 to go. She rolls off the ball screen, back to Williams. She's got to shoot the three. It's on its way. It comes off no good. Rebound Fothmore knocked away on last touch by Preisner. It'll be Saint basketball with 6:36 to go.
Put that clock in overdrive.
Well, this has been a war. These two teams.
Now, Toby keeps taking Gremick out at the defensive end, putting her back in at the offensive end, but they're not using her very much. They use her to set screens, but they're not trying particularly to get the ball to her.
Okwani, Blue Dragons with no pressure in the backcourt. Okwani dribbles it up, calls out the play, goes right side. Ball back outside. Mounsey, she'll shoot the three and rims off on her. No good. Rebound, Preisner just took it away. It bounced far enough out that Gremick couldn't get to it, and Preisner came away with it. In and out of Preisner's hands, turnover right in front of us as she was awkwardly turning, and Butana fired it to her. And John saying, settle down a little bit. 6:16 to go. Okwani will bring the basketball up. Angle dribbles right. Ball knocked away by Preisner. It'll be Saints basketball with 6:06 remaining.
Preisner's played some good basketball over the last 2 days.
She really has. Got her three-point shot going as well. Here to get into Mounsey, knocked away by McClure. She thought she got the ball deflected off of Sigler. Didn't get the call.
We've talked about her. She is like that mosquito that you just can't kill. She just keeps coming at you until she finally gets you bitten.
Lobs it into Gremick, back to Mounsey. She'll shoot the three. It's off, no good. Brown will let her run out of bounds. It'll be Blue Dragons basketball with under 6 to go. Hutchison will have the ball, leading at 56-38. Now, Seward sensing a little bit of panic time, and they're putting full court pressure on Hutchinson. Butana with the basketball.
Dragons should handle this fine.
Preisner will bring it up over to Williams. Williams low block. Back outside now. Here's Butana. She'll set up the offense. Right side with the basketball. They'll hold it. Down the corner right. Driving it inside. Butana back out to Preisner for three. On its way. Good! She hit the big three. Preisner knocks it down. 59-38. Blue Dragons by 21. And a timeout's going to be taken with 5:32 to go in the contest.
A Hutchinson crowd across the way. Everybody on their feet applauding. This was an 8-point game at the beginning of this quarter. 4 minutes, 28 seconds later, it is a 21-point margin for Hutch.
We will take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more Blue Dragon basketball from Hartman Arena in 30 seconds.
Well, the crowd, much of the Hutchinson crowd still on its feet. The Dragons have, I talked in the third quarter, I said maybe we're a little too focused trying to get foul problems on the big girl. We've forgotten about the three. Well, no more. The Dragons have knocked down a batch of them. Now they're 7 of 16. And what was a tight basketball game, actually a game that saw Seward take a 3-point lead in the third quarter. The Dragons have turned that around and outscored them by 24 since that mark.
Dragons did not get invited to the tournament last year. They felt like really should have been in that large. They had 3 losses and did not get to the title game. Cali and Seward both went to the national championship, and a foul's going to be called. Brown? Yep, Brown's going to pick up the foul on the inbound. That'll be her first personal. Dragons kind of felt like they were shorted. They should get in this year, but they want to go in as a top seed or a second seed. Here comes the inbound. They finally get it out. They'll get the 5 count to go against them. So the Dragons will have the basketball. Great defense again, and guess who was down there? McClure.
Yeah. I've been saying the difference between the Blue Dragons and the other teams in this conference, nobody plays as good a defense as the Dragons do.
Brown to Preisner on the outside. Outside to Brown. Over to McClure. Blue Dragons give it off to Williams way out front. Has it knocked away, but she runs it back down. Now here's Butana. Boy, Saints coming at Butana really hard. They'll kick it right. McClure, another 3 on his way. Reams it good! He hits it! Another 3! My goodness, is McClure hot or what? 62-38 Dragons. McClure with 4 trays in the second half. And now a foul called. It's going to be on McClure. And that'll be her third personal. That's the only thing she's done wrong tonight. Brendan McClure from way outside. Oh, redshirt.
Freshman.
Yeah, freshman from Lyons, Kansas.
Has another year if she wants to stay.
Here's Mounsey. She'll gun it on its way and hit it. Mounsey with a long drought. She was able finally to put it up and in. That's her 11th point. 4:38 to go, 62-40. Hutchinson by 22. Here's Butana. She'll knife through. Okwani out tight on her. Here's Preisner. She hit a 3 a little while ago. Brings it on the dribble. Kicks it all the way over to McClure. McClure all the way corner right to Butana. Dragons really stretching the offense. Here's Butana. Check that McClure to Butana again. Out
5 to shoot.
3. Finds it down low. Turnover. And stealing it was Sigler, and then a foul called. If it's on Butana, that will be her 4th. Let's check the call. Yeah, it will be 4 on her with 4:08 to go. Is it going to be a factor? We'll have to check it. Ball comes in.
More, it will affect the way she plays the last 4 minutes.
Exactly, because she's been really hawking it out there. Here's Mounsey. She'll roll right. Turns around, shoots the 3. It won't go. Rebound, Butana. Dragons will bring it up. 3:53 to go. Blue Dragons. Here's Preisner. Hutchinson with the lead. A foul's going to be called. They're going to whistle this on Richardson. So Hutchinson, that's only the 3rd personal against Saints, so it will be inbounding left side baseline. Hutch leading up at 22. Here comes the inbound. Butana was at, there's a foul, and it's going to work against Okwani as down goes Hargo's Preisner.
Called it on Richardson.
Yeah, she gets a 4th, exactly. So the Blue Dragons will set up again. Toby knows he's got to roll the dice. They're down by too many. Ball comes out high to McClure. McClure with the basketball. Brown to Preisner. Out top to Brown again. Over to Preisner. Shot clock at 20. Hutchinson eating a little clock here. with each possession. Williams has it, puts it on the floor, takes it down low, pulls up, gives it off to Brown on a give and go. Basket good by Brown. Nice pass by Williams.
This Dragon basketball team has been magnificent in the second half.
They're hungry. They want to get back. Basket missing by Grimmick. Her and Williams really going at it, and it'll go last touched out of bounds off of Grimmick. Oh, my goodness.
How about Kyla Williams battling in there, giving up 10 inches.
3:10 remaining to go. Here comes Staley back in. Brown will take a break. Full court pressure. Blue Dragons will need to bring it up. The Hutchinson girls have had one thing on their mind, and that is to get back to the national tournament. If it has to go through Seward, so be it. Ball on the outside, Preisner, up the court, McClure, and she'll be fouled. That'll be the fourth foul against the Saints. Fourth team foul. I think they whistle it on Mounsey. Only her first. Inbounding will be the Blue Dragons with 3:05 to go. Hutchinson 3 minutes away from punching her ticket. Booten with the basketball. It's tough for Toby Wynn if this score stays the same, and I believe it will by way of Hutchinson on top. Is this second time in the finals in Region 6 that he's been denied. Cali got him last year. Here's Preisner. She dives for it. It's going to be a jump ball called. It will be Seward's way, but good hustle by Preisner to get down to the basketball.
2:48 to go. The Blue Dragons may not have punched their ticket yet, but they have it in their hand.
Yeah, they do have it in their
waiting
hand.
to pay for it.
They're waiting for the conductor to come by. You ever ride the trains with the conductor comes
I have.
by?
I have.
Figured you had.
Back and forth to college.
Valparaiso.
Yep.
2:46 to go. Blue Dragons here with the lead. Saints basketball. And the ball goes up. I think it went off the knee. Yes, it did.
Of Okwani.
Okwani. And it will be Hutchinson basketball with 2:38 remaining. Dragon fans are starting to get excited. I'll tell you what, who do you pick? I mean, Williams kind of started the term, but McClure was outstanding.
Yeah.
Here comes, and then Butena.
How about just kudos to the Dragon
Oh my
bench.
gosh, no kidding. Williams and McClure really stepped up tonight. And Preisner played well. They all played well. Here's Williams, travel call. Saw she had an opportunity to take it down low one-on-one on McClure, on Grimmick, and got called for the travel. 2:20 to go in the contest. And Williams steps out, checks out, and she will get a standing ovation. And also Saints are clearing the bench as well. Toby's throwing in the flag and saying with 2:20 to go, we don't have enough to get it done, and they're going to substitute.
The Saints, I am quite confident, will get an invitation to the national tournament.
Yes, I definitely think so. Ranked number 4 would be only their second loss to one team. That would be Hutchinson. Ball outside now. That's Bailey. She'll gun it on its way. Not there. Rebound, Blue Dragons. And Hutchinson, I know John, he'll pull it off a little bit. Booten is going to bring it up and work some time.
Seward has scored just 2 points in the fourth quarter.
Ball on the outside. Staley. Boy, that's huge. Here's Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. She's back in there. Staley shoots the 3. It's off, no good. Air ball goes out of bounds on the far side. It'll be Saints basketball with 1:51 to go. And quickly checking in will be Bradshaw. So here goes the substitutes for the Blue Dragons as Kayla Barber will check in as well. Brown will check back in. Staley gets a hug. She's a sophomore. She's been wanting to get there. Castians will check in. Here comes Preisner out. And the Blue Dragons are going dancing.
They're going to Lubbock. And what a magnificent job. The first 7 points of the third quarter were scored by Seward. That gave Seward a 3-point advantage. Then the Dragons took over.
After that, it was over. Ball on the outside, travel call. It's going to work against Valerie Caro. Her sister Vanessa in there as well. 2 twins out of Satana, Kansas, both freshmen. Inns in there for the Blue Dragons. She's out of Canton Galva. Here goes to Bradshaw. Bree Bradshaw. Ball pops away. DeGarmo has the basketball, whipping it outside. Here's Brown. Back to DeGarmo. Shayla holds up, goes right side to Castians. Back on the outer perimeter. 9 on the shot clock. DeGarmo goes in and turns the ball over. with the basketball will be the Saints. 1:13 to go. 64-40 Blue Dragons. Across the top and a foul called. It'll be on Brown. That will be the 15th foul against the Blue Dragons, and it will be Vanessa Carl, I believe, stepping to the line. What a job defensively for these Dragons. We're not sure if we're going to catch up with the Hutchinson until maybe after the guys game with the Hutchinson girl players, because they're going to get set for the guys.
And there'll be a presentation. They're going to want to take a bunch of pictures.
Yep. And so stick around. Guys action coming up as well against Coffeyville, the Blue Dragons. Free throws up and good as Carl makes them both. 64-42. Hutchinson, a minute remaining. Here's DeGarmo to Bradshaw. Back to DeGarmo. Ball knocked away. It will be retained by the Blue Dragons. 54.6 to go. Well, the first 3 quarters of this, Rusty, was a war. Just outright war. In the second half, Blue Dragons were able to use some depth off the bench and really get it done.
We thought the bench would be the difference.
Bradshaw guns it on its way, rims off, no good. Brown trying to get to it. So's Bailey. She wins the race. Here's Sterling. Check that. I mean, Bailey with the Seward Saints. Ball knocked away, and a foul's going to be called. They're going to whistle this one on DeGarmo. We did think that would be the way. But you can't say enough about McClure's defense and now her offense, as she knocked down 4 trays and also Williams.
She really struggled for 2 or 3 games offensively, but right now she's feeling pretty good.
Free throws up and missing. This is the other sister, the Carl sister, Valerie. She'll shoot a second one with 34.1 seconds to go. Shot up, missing. Rebound. Coming up with it will be the Blue Dragons. Barber out of DeSoto, Texas. Out comes DeGarmo. Dragon fans on their feet. 21 on the shot clock, 3 seconds differential. The feed down low to Barber. They'll kick it back outside to DeGarmo. Head fakes, foul called. We'll shoot free throws, I believe. Let's check it.
Should.
It will be. Bailey picks up the personal. 17.4 to go. A good delegation of Dragon fans. You look across, Rusty, lots of red and blue. Blue Dragon faithful have turned out in a good way tonight. Probably still more coming.
And they have one set of champions looking for another in the men's game.
Free throw toss is up and good by DeGarmo. Let's get set to shoot another one. Free throw toss is up and comes out, no good. Foul called. Lane violation by Seward. Fungate came in a little too soon.
So a redo for Shayla.
Getting set with the free throw will be DeGarmo. Several bounces of the ball. Free throw toss comes out, no good. Saints basketball. Bailey will bring it up on the dribble. 12 seconds. Right side with the basketball will be the Saints. 7 seconds. Back out top. Fungate, she'll drive in. Little give and go underneath. Basket up and good. Scoring it, number 42.
Alex Tyson.
Tyson was able to score it. And that is it. The Blue Dragons, your final. Hutchinson 65, Saints 44. Blue Dragons are victorious, and they are going to Lubbock. They'll find out what their seed is after this next weekend. Several other teams still need to play over the next weekend. But the Blue Dragons came in and took care of business, and they come up with a big win, 65-44. We will take a 2-minute timeout and get the numbers straight, and we'll be back with the Medicine Shop postgame wraps. Blue Dragons are Region 6 champions. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Well, they're getting set for the name all Region 6 tournament teams right now, as Okwani's been named from Seward. They continue to Greenwich's name to it and Moundsy's name to it. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of Dragons. There's Kyrie Rogers, same name was picked. And Bridie Kennedy Hopewate as well gets picked. Bridie struggled today, but she gets picked tonight. Here's Inya Butina. She will be picked to the all-tournament team. Taylor Staley named the all-tournament most valuable player. Well, she's
Could
had
not happen to a nicer young lady.
You betcha. Outstanding. As the Blue Dragons are going to Lubbock. And there's your all-tournament team. And now they'll do the presentation of the trophy. And they take to the bench now. Now they'll do the presentation of the trophy.
First of all,
Congratulations to both teams, the Saints and the Blue Dragons.
And let's be fair to Seward Saints. When they lost Clayton D'Souza early in the season, that was a major blow to that basketball program. They had to play the rest of the way without one of their top scorers, and they could beat everybody the rest of the way, but they could not handle
You're
Hutch.
right. That's exactly right.
And so Hutch wins the season series over Seward 2-1, and the last two pretty lopsided wins by the Dragons, 74-47, and this championship game, 65-44.
And the Blue Dragons are the Region 6 tourney champs, as they are being crowded around their coaching staff. And it will be representing the region down in Lubbock, Texas. Boy, they played hard.
Yeah, they really did, Glenn. They turned this game around after falling behind in the third quarter, everything going the other direction. Hutchinson got a huge spark in the third quarter from Kyla Williams, who came off the bench, contributed 6 points. Brenna McClure hit the first of a batch of three-pointers. And then in the fourth quarter, the Dragons were just really good, outscoring the Saints in the period 19-6. And what was a close basketball game becomes a lopsided championship for Hutchinson. The Blue Dragons move to 33-1. They'll take a 31-game win streak to Lubbock. This is the Medicine Shop Game Capsule. Medicine Shop, conveniently located if you're looking for a pharmacy. They'll make the process of changing from your current one to the new one mighty easy. Just give them a call, 620-663-7681. Blue Dragons on the basketball game hit 43% from the field, 25 of 58, knocked down 8 three-pointers, made 7 of 11 free throws, won the rebounding battle 38-29, had just 11 turnovers in this championship game, and just basically dominated a good Seward team in the second half. Some individual totals for Hutchinson. Leading the way for the Blue Dragons in this championship game, Brenna McClure. Her 14 points don't even begin to tell the story of what she does. She is a tremendous defender. 10 points for Kyrie Rogers and for Bridie Kennedy Hopewate. Taylor Staley had 8, as did Kyla Williams. Scoring 6 was Inya Butina, Glenn, but catch this. Inya Butina, 11 assists. She had 10 the other day. She is amazing.
Wow.
6 points for Lakin Preisler. Those were timely points. Alicia Brown got 2 and 1 free throw for Shayla DeGarmo. For Seward Saints, just simply not nearly enough. They got 11 from Molly Moundsey. She came in averaging 20. Nady Okwani added 9. But the big story, the Dragons were able to totally shut down Joanna Grimmick. She was a non-factor with 5. Saints shot just 33% from the field, made 5 out of 20 from three-point country. There was no question that the champions of Region 6 deserve to be and are the Blue Dragons of Hutchinson.
I have to admit, I was a little nervous in that third period of play when it just really got extremely physical, and then all of a sudden Williams started really stepping up and doing a good job, and then you turn around and Brendan McClure just was shot daggers, and all of a sudden it turned, and when you match that in and Preisner mixed in a 3 in there, and all of a sudden, boom, the big run happened, and they buried the Saints. And there's going to be 2 good teams going down from this region, representing this region down in Lubbock, Texas, coming up in a little less than 2 weeks, I should say.
Well, what do you think? Should we take a little bit of a break?
Take a little bit.
Let's do. Blue Dragon men's basketball will tip off somewhere around 8:23. We're going to take a break between now and, all right, make that 7:23. We're going to take a break between now. We'll return with pregame about 7:15.
So we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll be back with more from Hartman Arena right after this.